65 centimeters with the height advantage over Dionatha. Official weight of 117 pounds with a fight record of 50 fights. And Mr. Dionatha Tobias Sordechapan from Brazil, 24 years of age, 160 centimeters with an official weight of 117.6 pounds. Fighter, right? So he's quite a slim Jim there.
And anyone has a small belly in comparison to you, Joe. So we are going to get into this fight in just a moment. And that is round number 1. We are scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. So already you can see a very calm start. In the blue corner, we do have Dionatha. And in the red corner, we have Jommhod.
And going straight for leg kick. And the beautiful reframing push-off from Dionatha. A very smart strategy. You know, that's to push him into the distance where he wants him. Great technical strategy there from the Brazilian.
Jommhod with a very stiff teep to the chest of his opponent. And a swing and a miss, and spins out both fighters back into the center of the ring. A very calm first round so far.
Jommhod just putting the hands closer together. He's very wary of that front elbow of Dionatha.
Dionatha with a powwowing jab, a lazy jab as we call it in the boxing world, but he did eat a big elbow from Jommhod. So when someone's got a lazy jab, they've got to be very careful they're not countered with a pull counter.
I thought you were calling me a lazy jab there for a second, because you were making fun of my big belly here.
I would never do that, Joe. Both fighters again in the center of the ring. Less than 2 minutes to go of round number 1, scheduled for 5. The referee telling them to fight on. Like we said, Joe, we know that there's a lot going on right now, but to the naked eye, not a lot of action is happening. And a beautiful stiff jab by Dionatha.
Well, you can see Dionatha starting to work the body a bit with that lead body hook. You know, pushes off, reframes, goes for the body hook, and resets. And there's already a bit of a cut on Dionatha's face.
Jommhod with that chopping elbow. And you spotted it way before I did, Joe, but that chopping elbow by Jommhod where he comes down onto the top has landed 3 times already.
Well, I might have the belly of Jabba the Hutt, but I have the eyes of an eagle. And a nice lean back there from Dionatha, but I think that cut will be playing on his mind. It's not really in a precarious position, but it will rock the confidence a little bit on him.
Not right now, but once the blood starts trickling down one side, it starts to find its other journey, and eventually that blood will find its way into his vision. So he's got to be very careful here, and he's already stabbing to the body with a left hook. So very nice from Dionatha. Another chopping elbow by Jommhod.
Jommhod looking very composed and ever dangerous here in center ring with the dying seconds underway here in the first round. A very dramatic first round here as Dionatha goes for the left hook to smacking leg kick, trying to reset himself here, recompose. Big heavy hands from the Brazilian pocket rocket. And that is it for the first round of action for our third bout of the afternoon. Forehead there. So they've been doing a good job of stopping the bleeding.
Ice Cube would not approve of that method. No Vaseline. We're going in to the next round already. Both fighters in the center of the ring in the clinch.
And a nice vice grip being applied there by Jommhod, digging the head under the chin of Dionatha. Beautiful classic Muay Thai positioning there. Very dominant position, and you know, Dionatha's sort of struggling to get his hands there. Good elbow straight through the guard of Dionatha there, but applying that hand over the top, that's what he needs to do.
And once again, Dionatha in the heat of the battle still goes down to the body. Just beautiful body work by Dionatha, but Jommhod relentlessly now closing the dentist, closing the distance and trying to rub that Vaseline away from the cut, but will it be enough to deter Dionatha?
Dionatha pushes off, gets back into the range with Jommhod. But Jommhod just not letting go. Beautiful hacking elbow on the inside there from Dionatha.
Very nicely done. by this young man, but exciting round, but another chopping elbow by Jommhod. Jommhod eats an elbow in the process as well. Both fighters once again in the clinch.
And you can tell Dionatha doesn't want to go home with his hand not raised. He's really applying the pressure here to Jommhod. Jommhod relentless in his own passion as well.
You know what they say, Joe, if you want to win the fight, don't let it go to the judges' scorecards. A beautiful jab upstairs, followed up by a left downstairs. Dionatha, the body snatcher, trying to end this fight in the third round.
But Jommhod still walking forward like the Terminator, but eating body shot after body shot on the way in. Stabbing knee there from Dionatha, trying to break the frame where it stands. I'd like to see him go back to the leg kicks.
Beautiful combinations once again by both of these men, and both are trying to finish it. Less than a minute to go of round number 3, and some knees downstairs by both fighters.
Straight through the middle section there. That's what he needs to do. Break the gas tank of Jommhod. Beautiful elbow straight through the guard as well from Dionatha.
Forget punches, this is just an elbow war, and Dionatha throws an elbow upstairs. Jommhod yet to be cut, but that cut is looking damaging, Joe.
It's like Gordon Ramsay in Hell's Kitchen, the old slice and dice method.
The crowd are going wild for these two warriors going for it, and the blood is pouring. And he dodges the elbow and fires a left hand upstairs. Dionatha reading Jommhod like a book, and a right elbow upstairs as well.
Beautiful push off there by Dionatha, and that is at the end of round 3. Make sure you stay for all the action. What a fight, Jimmy. So here we are as our referee calls them back for a battle. He's wiping off the blood, sweat and tears. Oh, a big right kick to start off the round from Jommhod as he pushes forward like the Terminator.
The Terminator, he is indeed, just eating body shot after body shot, but not slowing down. Dionatha remaining calm in the heat of the battle. He's bleeding, but he has not once given up, and he's not once resorted to a bad game plan. Beautiful stuff by Dionatha.
Nice push off there from Dionatha, cutting the angle as well. Sitting back on the back foot now, heavy hands as well.
Jommhod's style of this relentless forward pressure with elbows has been nothing but a miracle that Dionatha is still standing.
Make sure you stay tuned for the next bout. Payak Udon taking on Mankon at 120 pounds.
And a big right kick by Jommhod. Both fighters once again in the clinch. Dionatha is now attempting to take the back. The referee letting him fight out of the clinch. And some knees being sent by Jommhod.
It's a knee for knee here at Omnoi Stadium. And a great job there from Dionatha, really stabbing them in. And a beautiful uppercut as Jommhod tries to get back into clinch control.
A cheeky uppercut finds the target. Dionatha's boxing and heavy hand is absolutely fantastic. Very high ring IQ, but Jommhod now going to the body of Dionatha. And a sweep sends Jommhod to the canvas.
And you can see the corner of Dionatha telling him to push forward and just go for it. The pedal to the metal strategy.
It looks like Dionatha's starting to turn the tide. And he throws a nice, well-timed jab and a right kick as well. Jommhod needs to be very careful, but he goes for the sweep.
And you can see the Dechapan corner telling him to stay at range and kick. Not get involved in these clinch exchanges, because that's where Jommhod wants to be. He wants to wrench on that neck, drag him down and break the frame with those stabbing knees there, Jimmy.
And as he said, Dionatha threw a Superman punch in the process, but Jommhod, like you said, wants to be in close. He wants to slice you with the elbows, but Dionatha doesn't want any of it, and he throws an elbow of his own.
Beautiful kick-to-kick block there from Dionatha. What a fight this is, Jimmy.
Absolutely spectacular. Both fighters not wanting to leave it in the judges' scorecards.
Jommhod continuing the relentless push-forward method. And a nice push-off there to get him at distance. Great distance control by the man in the red shorts.
Just constant action in this fight so far. What a round. We're going into another. Both fighters smile at one another. Don't go anywhere. Let us know, who do you think's winning this fight?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the fifth and final round of this absolutely electrifying bout between Thailand and Brazil. Dionatha coming back in round 4 after that nasty cut to the side of his head in round 1. Blood pouring down the side of his head. Jommhod just moving with relentless forward pressure, but I think it's in a case of desperation here from the heavy hands and the heavy kicks and body work from what Jimmy likes to crown as the body snatcher.
Yeah, very reminiscent to the late Mike McCallum, who would just take your oxygen away by digging to the body. And we're about to go into this 4th round. Will we see a repeat? The blood being wiped off Dionatha's face as well, but you can see a slight welt as well. And that is the start of, the 5th round. Jommhod in the red, Dionatha in the blue corner. The 5th and final round. Who is going to take it?
And this is one of those ones where it's really close. This is going to be one of the deciding rounds. You know, beautiful action here at Omnoi Stadium.
Every fight has been action-packed, Joe.
I love these fights where it's so close.
And you can see the slight welt on Jommhod's right eye. So that looks like it's inches away from being cut open as well. Will Dionatha go for it? It's that left hook that he's fired to the body and the head, which has caused the welt on Jommhod. The referee breaks him up once again, central ring, and I think Dionatha is not convinced he's winning the fight. It looks like he's going to try and take it to Jommhod once again.
Beautiful left down to straight right to the body, goes for the leg kick again. Oh! Goes for the trademark Sword Dechapan flying knee there. Trying to get his flyers miles up there.
Beautiful flying knee, just missing the target. Jommhod's now got to be aware of the body kicks and the flying knees. He is not safe in that ring when Dionatha is coming for you. But Jommhod, what an athlete he is to take these body shots and still keep the pace up in this 5th and final round.
Eats a step-up knee there from Jommhod on the way in. Great little fake teep there from Jommhod as well. Jommhod on the back foot, throws a couple of hands out, but Dionatha on the forward, relentless push.
A nice 1-2 upstairs by Jommhod. Jommhod, an absolute beast, a machine. He is not going down to anything. Dionatha has been in his grill the entire fight, bleeding, and not once given up either. Both of these fighters just giving it everything they've got. Less than a minute to go for round number 5.
Dionatha coming into this fight with a heart the size of a racehorse, pushing Jommhod into the pocket now. He really wants to snatch that body.
And you see Jommhod parry that left hook and fires a nice jab of his own. You can now see him floating like a butterfly. Will he sting like a bee? We will see. Not long to go now in this round. Both fighters now taking some time out in this 5th and final round, Joe.
And that is the end of the fight.
Who do you think's got that one, Joe? That was a close and an exciting fight. Jommhod checking the work he's done on the side of the head of Dionatha.
It's a bit close to call at this point, Jimmy, but we'll see in just a moment what the judges have to say about it.
I think it was a beautiful fight. I think Jommhod might have done enough here, and exactly what's happened. Jommhod, the young man from Thailand, takes the victory, but what an action-packed fight. I'd love to see him play it back. I'd love to see a trilogy, Joe.